So we're going to talk about striking a little bit here in Tai Chi. Most people associate Tai Chi with pushing, some pulling, things of that nature, even some grappling and so forth, but it's very rare that they talk about striking. So we're going to look at it from some push hands because a student in early stages can get to utilize the basic skills and continue to work on the basic skills of being in contact and close range, and sticking, adhering, following, and all of that stuff. And then over time, you can create distance between yourself and an opponent or your workout partner and get used to understanding things like distance, timing, and angle that are important in striking. So we're going to start out with push hands. So we're going to look at a basic striking method, chop in the form, going from play arms like fan, turn, chop, or throw out fist. It's called that as well, and it's done like this, followed by the palm coming out. So you have this kind of motion, and most people generally that I've spoken to have associated this technique with some sort of a block here and then striking here, or striking, block and striking, block and striking. And it can be so much more because there's so many ways to utilize every single posture or technique in Tai Chi, and there's not just one application. So application we're going to look at is quite a bit different, right? So we're going to look at from push hands. I'll move over this a little bit. From push hands, we're going around and we're going to yield. Most people would yield like this and then chop, okay? When you're pushing, I'm going to yield and I'm going to separate here and chop. Now that's fine in the beginning. It's good for a little bit of practice, getting used to what's going on, but it's not very applicable for fighting, self-defense, or what have you, because we're putting a break in what we're doing. We're running away, and then we have to come back and do something. So we're going away, and then we have to cover that distance in order to come back. Going away, having to cover that distance and come back. And that's not really efficient, because what it does when I go away and go to come back, it gives you time to respond in some form or fashion, and on and on. So there shouldn't be a break in what we do in Tai Chi. We're smooth, natural, continuous, and flowing is what we're seeking to be. And you should know that I'm doing something, right? So in Tai Chi, contrary to popular belief, we don't have to run away or yield in this fashion in order to be able to do something. We actually can come in as we're doing stuff. So we're gaining ground, we're closing the gap. As you attack, I separate, I come in, which is really good because it puts me in close. And when I chop, if I'm chopping like this, I'm using the weakest part of my arm, down near my wrist, my hand. That's not very efficient, and it doesn't take you off balance. It doesn't sever your root. It doesn't do any of the things in Tai Chi that we're supposed to do in order when we're dealing particularly with a larger, stronger opponent, okay? However, when we come in as we do it, if you notice, I'm coming into the throat with the forearm, mostly closer in the direction of the elbow. That does break your root. It does hit your throat, which is a very vulnerable area, coming to your throat. It breaks your balance, your central equilibrium. And then I follow through with the so-called chopping motion here, which is not designed for hitting in this case, because I've already hit you. I've come up into your throat using my whole body from the ground. Wham! Driven right up into your throat. Boom. So the hitting part has been accomplished. This would be the grabbing part. So this is sticking and grabbing, taking you off further off balance. And this hand, instead of striking, this is an opposite force. As the fist pulls in, this pushes you down and away, takes you out, right? Boom. To the ground, into something, throw you into a fire hydrant head first, or parked car, ground, concrete, or whatever.